In lane 1 is Sarasota crew. Lane 2 is Community. Lane 3, Los Gatos, we can see them in the white tops right there. Lane 4 is Detroit in the blue tops. Marin is off to the right-hand side, as is Cincinnati Juniors in lane 6. That will be the lane that is closest to the camera boats. And we are waiting for a start. The rain has passed, and it's beautiful, bright, and sunny again. Little bit of wind now. Feels from here a little bit cross tail, but not enough to make any real difference in the course. You look down the course, you see a little gray spot. That's where the wind's a little bit stronger on the course as the referee launch gets out of the way. All right, they're starting to square their blades in the water, which means position them to get ready to go. This is a view from about 150 meters out. Los Gatos sitting with their blades square in the water. It means up and down, ready to go. Okay, there you can see Detroit. They just flipped their blades. Now they're getting into position. A little bit of a course correction, and they are off. Short, fast, high strokes as they leave the starting area 50 meters into the breakage zone. The red buoys go to yellow, and when they're out of the breakage zone, if anything happens to the boat, it's just an unfortunate situation, but they don't call the race back. They are out of the breakage zone, and here they go.
Racing for gold as we go into the first 250 meters. Very sharp rowing from everyone. Side by side. It looks to be lane 3 and 5. That's Los Gatos and Marin. Of the Detroit Boat Club as they cross the 200 on their rating. Side by side rowing. Cincinnati Juniors back just a seat and a half on Marin. And it is lane 3, Los Gatos, with about a 2-foot lead over Marin at this point of the race. They've got about 8 strokes to go to the 500-meter mark, and it is Los Gatos, your leader right now. But Marin, the racing team that they are, is not going to let that stand. They're making a move right now, and it crossing the line basically even. Marin and Los Gatos with lane 4 in third place. That's Detroit Boat Club in the middle of the field. It is Marin now, maybe with a foot lead over Los Gatos, and Cincinnati Juniors, who looked down a little bit, is making a strong surge here in the near lane 6. Lane 6, Cincinnati Juniors making a very strong push, but it is anybody's game this middle of the field. It's very hard to distinguish who is 4th, 5th, and 6th at this point. Marin and Los Gatos, very, very strong. Detroit Boat Club had a great start. Middle of the field, lane 4. They're sitting there very nicely. It's now to the 750-meter mark. Marin.
U.S. Rowing would like to thank the sponsors of the 2013 U.S. Rowing Youth National Regatta. Official merchandise, Boathouse Sports, C2, Connected Dock, and Croker. The official housing partner, EMC Venues. Official timing by Here Now Systems. Thanks also to United Airlines, Vespoli, Wintake Racing, Rudy Project, the Rowing Repair Center, all making these wonderful competitions possible. And here it is, the A final, looking for a national title. One of these 6 boats will be the fastest in the nation, some 1,000 meters from now. But in the meantime, they are working hard and sticking into a very tight pack here. A fight up front between lanes 3 and 5. And that would be the Los Gatos and the Marin Rowing Association, a West Coast fight there. Detroit in the middle, in between, representing the Midwest, if you may. Community Rowing, the East Coast, they're over in lane 2. Sarasota, the Southeast, in lane 1. And back to the Midwest for the Cincinnati Juniors in lane 6. They are about a boat length behind the leaders right now in this A final. for the men's lightweight eights. And what a fight up front. This cluster of boats, these young men are working hard, putting their all into this effort, knowing there's a national title waiting at the end of this race course here at Melton Hill Lake in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. U.S. Rowing Youth National Championships. The men's lightweight 8 title on the line. Marin with a slight lead over Los Gatos. Looks like third place still being maintained by Detroit, though they are only about a seat ahead of the boat from the community rowing in lane 2. And meanwhile, both the Cincinnati Juniors in lane 6 and the Sarasota crew in lane 1 are fighting to keep up with this lead pack. But look at these athletes working hard, and look at those bow balls going back and forth as they stretch towards the 1,500 meter mark. Again, the national title for the men's lightweight 8s on the line 500 meters from now. Can Marin overcome the tenacious Los Gatos boat in lane 3? Los Gatos beginning to walk forward. Los Gatos throwing their back into it. Look at them throw it into it, and they are now 2 seats ahead of the Marin boat. As they're doing that, the boat from Detroit in lane 4 beginning to fall back, but they see them moving forward. They're beginning to move too. Community rowers in lane 2 moving up as well. Marin trying to respond as Los Gatos attacks. Los Gatos attacking here. 300 meters to go, stretching towards this red buoy, meaning 250 meters to the finish. It's Los Gatos in the lead. Marin trying to fight back. Detroit falling back. Community rowers trying to move forward. Cincinnati and Sarasota seem out of the race for the time being, but still 200 meters to go in this A final for the men's lightweight 8s.
What a fantastic race. What a fantastic race. Los Gatos putting on a fantastic sprint and moving out ahead of Marin. Marin trying to challenge. We'll see what they can do. But Los Gatos out in front now by a couple of seats ahead of Marin. A West Coast battle for first place. Los Gatos moving out a little bit more, but this is going to be a tight race for first place. Los Gatos, 2 strokes to the line, and Los Gatos gets it by half a boat over Marin, who's a boat length over Detroit in third place. Fourth place is Community Rowing. And then Sarasota and Cincinnati Junior. What a tight race all the way down in the lightweight men's 8. Fantastic.